Hello everyone and welcome to another SQL query training session with Learn at Knowstar. In today's session, we are going to write a SQL query which is very popularly asked in SQL interviews, but once you learn how to write it, it is fairly simple. So let's get started. So the scenario for today is to find out how many emails are from the same domain. So how many customers are visiting your site from the same domain. So if you need to do any analysis of this kind, then you can use this query. So I've created a simple table called the dim customer table that has two columns, the ID and email. So ID is the customer ID and then you have emails. Now domain means whatever occurs after this @ symbol. So if your ID is abc@gmail.com, then gmail.com is the domain. So there can be different domains and there might be need to do an analysis in which we need to find out how many people are checking your website from a particular domain and so on. So to do that, what we need to do is the very first step is to extract the domain from the email ID. To extract the domain, we are going to use a function called the CharIndex function. The CharIndex function is going to give us the position of this @ character, which determines from where the domain starts in your email address. So let's find out what is the position of the @ character in each of these email addresses. So it's a simple function. Again, if you just put the CharIndex, you will know what arguments to give. So the first is your search expression. So we are searching for the @ character. So that is what we are going to put over here. And then in the string in which we are making the search, which is the email column. Okay, and let's also select email so that we know what is the output. Okay, so now if we run this query, you will see that for the first one, so this is 1 2 3 4 5, the @ character appears at the 6th position, and that is what it has given us. So for every email address, it will give us the position at which the @ character occurs. Now once we know the position at which the @ character occurs, the only thing that remains to be done is to extract the string after this @ character. So to extract the string, there can be a variety of approaches. You can use a substring function in which you can specify the position of that character and then the length of the remaining string and extract that substring. Another easier way to do it is to use the write function. It works similar to the substring function, but here you just need to specify the starting position. It will extract the rightmost number of characters which you specify. So let's use that function and see how it works. So what I'm going to do is use the write function. Again, it will give you the expression from which you want to extract, which is the string, which is a column called email, and how many characters do you want to extract from the right of this string. So the characters that we want to extract from the right of this string is the total length of the string minus the first 6 characters. So to find out the total length of the string, it's a simple function called length. So we are going to find out the length of the string using length of email. Then we are going to subtract the 6 characters. The 6 characters, we know how many characters to subtract by the result of the CharIndex function. So I'm going to use this function over here, which will tell me how many characters to subtract from each of these strings. Okay, so now what this statement does is it takes these many characters from your email string, and the number of characters are simply, if there are, let's say, 10 characters in this email string and we subtract 6 characters out of that, the first 6 characters till the @ character, then we're left with the remaining 4 characters. So that is what is happening over here. Again, we have to take it from the same table. So let's just copy it over here and let's select email as well, just to see that the results that we're getting are correct. Okay, now if you execute over here, you will see that what you have got over here is your string, of which is basically the domain, right? Because you have extracted the domain part from each email address. So once you have extracted the domain part, the only thing that remains to be done is to do a count. So for doing a count, you can use the count star function, and since it's an aggregate function, you have to group by and because we want to group by the domains, you'll have to repeat this function which we have used over here to calculate the domains. So group by this domain over here, and if you execute this query, you will be getting that how many email addresses or how many customers are coming and checking the website or whatever they are doing from which email, from which domain, particular domain. So this is a simple query. It is one of the most popularly asked SQL interview questions because it makes use of simple string functions like the CharIndex, the write function, and the substring function if you want to use substring in place of the write function. I hope that you found this video useful. If you want any other SQL queries to be answered, please free to post them in the comments section below. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.